Hey guys, now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new charging cable from Hyper. This is a tangle-free charging cable for all your USB-C devices with a total capacity of 240 watts. And this would be a great cable for you to carry to charge your phone, power your laptop, especially if you happen to have a HyperDrive Gen 2 Thunderbolt dock. It works with it too. So in today's video, we're going to check out the cable, we're going to see how fast it charges, and why you may want to consider this as your next cable for all your smartphone devices as well as tablets. And you know what? It's going to charge anything that has a USB-C cable. And again, it's going to pair well with this device here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, this cable is long. Check this out. This is a 2-meter silicone USB-C cable, and that translates to over 6 feet. Let me show you something. Right? So I am 5'6", and I'm going to take this cable, step back, and I'm going to let it touch the floor, and this is what I'm talking about. Makes me feel real short. So, all right, we'll make sure that it's touching the floor right there, and I'm going to stop it right at the tip of my head. And yeah, this is how much more it has to go. So this is a super duper long cable. In addition to having that long length, we're talking about also this is going to be able to support power delivery charging up to version 3.1, and we're going to do some testing to see how well it charges. And once again, this is a tangle-free cable. And let's take a closer look at it. I'm going to throw this box to the side, and you can see right here I have my Thunderbolt hub as well. And you'll notice, first of all, a couple of the features. Very, very thick cable, nice feel to it. You can see your USB-C charging cable here. The tips are long, which is going to be really nice. And it has that reinforcement right here, which is typically when cables break, they typically break in this area right here. This is where you have a lot of the damage. And you'll notice this is really nice and stiff, and it's going to give you some great, again, coverage or support. I'm going to pull this cable, and you can see I'm pulling it, and I'm pulling it because this guy's long, and pulling it. And here's the other side. Right, so we'll bring them both on camera, and you can see them both right here. You can see the indicator of the 240, all right, on there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to plug this in and see how much charges. I have a little meter that's going to show us the PD model that it's using, or the PD type that it's using, and what it's going to charge. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to connect my MacBook Pro. I'm going to connect it right here in the back, right? So, because I wanted to charge, and we're going to see how fast it charges. Now we're going to switch angle of the camera for a second, not the overhead shot, but we're going to go with an angle shot just so that you can see the actual power that's being delivered to the Mac. Now, my MacBook Pro, I have it almost all depleted because I wanted to have it in its hungriest state, so it's going to be pulling a lot of power. So let's take a look at right here what's going on. So I have it connected, and a couple things, and let me see if I can do this without it falling out of reach. Okay, there it goes. A couple things to highlight. First of all, you'll notice that it is charging, and it's charging fast. 60 watts of power, power delivery 3.0. And you can see that it's going between anywhere 48, 49. I've seen it really pull as much as 50 watts coming from this dock station that I have right here. And it is, again, it's doing what it's supposed to do. You want something that's going to be able to handle the power. You want something that's going to be able to power fast, and we can see that it's doing it right here. Now, I don't know if my dock is power delivery 3.1, but you can see that power delivery 3.0 is there, and you can see the power that's being delivered. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how this cable supports also the super fast charging. So it's going to charge your phones and your devices if they support super fast charging at the fastest possible rate. So what we're going to do is I have an S24 Ultra here, and we're going to go ahead and plug this in right here. Again, using this separate angle view so you guys can see what's going on. The first thing you see, super fast charging is taking place, and then we can see right here what's going on. It's using power delivery 3.0, and you're looking at 19 watts. Now, keep in mind, you saw 60 watts before. Now you see 19. That is purely the device. That's what the device is drawing as opposed to what the cable can handle or what the power supply is providing, right? So your device is going to determine how much power it wants to draw. Important thing here is that we're charging at the fastest possible rate. You see power delivery 3, or in this case 3.0. We haven't seen a 3.1 yet. I don't know if I have one, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, the other product that you've been seeing me show you in the video is this dock. And I just wanted to show you, this thing has power and it has connectivity. First of all, you'll see in the front, and we're going to go ahead and bring this right here so you guys can see this. Let me move it over to the side a bit. You can see you have multiple USB-A ports, USB-C port. You have an audio cable, and you can see that you have a little power light indicator right here. On the back here, you have a video out. You also have more USB-A connectivity, Thunderbolt capabilities. You have optical audio. And really, this is a great device also. For those of you who are maybe using a MacBook Pro, even some of the newer laptops don't have a lot of ports. And because now, for example, video is also being delivered through USB-C, so they may not have an HDMI out. So as you think about more and more of those ports being consolidated, one of the things that you should have is a device that basically expands that and provides power and does everything super fast. And that's what you're going to find right here. So I'm going to move this over to the side and just bring this box into focus just for a little bit. The actual dock that you just saw is the HyperDrive Gen 2, right? This is a Gen 2 Thunderbolt 3 dock. It has 14 ports, and they do have, Hyper has other versions of this, but right now we're looking at the 14 port version. And you can see that each one of these ports that we just spoke of is going to give you the ability to do data transfer super fast, and it's also going to charge those devices. The power brick for that unit is pretty big. It's actually ginormous, right? But it's because this Thunderbolt dock requires it to supply to all your devices. Now we take a look at kind of like the display of all the ports that you have here in the back. Just wanted to highlight some of the power options right here. First of all, 40 gigabits on that Thunderbolt that you see right there, another 40 right here. You also then have a display port. You also then have here 5 gigabits, 5 gigabits, 5 gigabits. Pretty fast data transfer rates, your Ethernet, obviously, your optical that's going on there. This you won't be using. And then in the front, you have also several USB-A and USB-C that you'll be able to use with the headphone jack as well. Now, one of the things I like about the front ports as well is that not only do you have high-speed data transfer ports, but you also have Qualcomm Fast Charging 3.0, and that's going to charge, again, your phone, your tablets, any of your devices super fast. So guys, you can't go wrong with products from Hyper. Highly recommend this tangle-free USB-C cable. And then also, if you're looking to supply more connectivity to your laptop, or even if you have a desktop that requires more connectivity, Thunderbolt connectivity, you can't go wrong with this dock. See you in the next video.